Okay, sorry for the movement. Crafting with Carrie, and I'm doing an experiment today. The experiment is, does the shape of the cup, the flip cup, change the result of the pour? I don't know. I've not seen anyone else answer it. So, okay. So I'm going to try and be as scientific about this as possible. I have 3 canvases, so there'll be 1 cup per canvas. I'm going to try and use the same colors. I'm going to use the same amounts. So this little guy, I measured it out. I filled it with water. 2 of these guys fill this one up to here. So I am going, and 3 guys fill this one. So this is easy enough. I can do the 3 flatties for the one of these. I can do 1.5 of these guys for the 3 of those. So that's my plan. Do a canvas, try and balance the paint. I think that's going to be the hardest part, is getting the same amount of paint on every single one of them. Not going to do silicone. I don't want to have the silicone affect the result of the paint. I'm going to use try and use the exact same proportions. So let's see how it goes. I'm going to just do black, white, and then I think I'm going to do the neon yellow because I know it's a full bottle. That'll at least make sure I have enough. So the black is Artist Loft black, 2 parts Floetrol, 1 part paint. I did filter this before putting it into my jug. The white is a mixture of Liquitex Basics white and the Chroma A2 titanium white. 2 parts Floetrol, 1 part paint. Had to put quite a bit of my fluid mix, which is, thank you Gina DeLuca, 90% water, 10% Floetrol. I'll keep it in the jug, thin it out as I need to. So both of them have been thickening up in the jugs. It is what it is. The yellow is a Craft Smart yellow, neon yellow. I poured the entire paint out. It's 1-to-1, 1 part Floetrol, 1 part paint. Poured the entire thing out, put into a cup, filled it back all the way up to Floetrol, poured that back into the cup, stirred it up, painted with it, put the rest of it back in the jug. And I can tell that this has been mixed because I peeled the sticker off. If I don't peel the sticker off, this has not been mixed with Floetrol because the sticker hasn't been peeled. That's my method. I don't know. It's not right. So I think I'm going to try and mix all of them at the same time. That way I'm being as consistent as possible. So again, this is just an experiment, and who knows how it's going to go. So if I fill both of these up 3/4, then, sorry, there was a little bit of water in it. So start with white. Two, three, four, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, Who knows? I'm trying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, I'm a math teacher. I should have been teaching factors of 3 the entire time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not going to have enough of the yellow. Well, so we're going to do the green. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's interesting that the green dropped below the edge. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's about where the line was. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I forgot 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Well, that's about as scientific as I could get in this experiment. Again, no silicone in any of them. I'm just looking to see, does the shape of the cup affect the flip or the pour? Oh, Lordy. Almost lost it all. Note to self. That doesn't work. I get my safety pins out. I push pins and then put on some gloves. I think the other piece that's going to be interesting is, or not interesting, but that will affect my results, is going to be the amount of swirl that I give, or the amount of movement. And it's kind of hard to control that. If we're talking from a controlled experiment, yes, I'm a math teacher, but I'm that science nerd. So if I'm trying to be intentional about way it looks, I need to be intentional about the way I move it as well. Or if I'm trying to do, sorry, not intentional about the way it looks, but intentional about the understanding what happens to the size of the cup. And I think it's going to be interesting. I do have to say, because of the size of the cup, I think that it will change the amount of bubbles that you get, the amount of flow. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so the first one, might as well just do Biggie. Let's see how it goes. Let's set him over to the side. I'm going to try and do all the flipping, that way I'm being as consistent as possible. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the other canvas to help me with this flipping. I feel really smart. Okay. Didn't put the gloves on. Grr. Sorry, I'd like to use dirty gloves. I don't know. I'm trying to be as efficient with my money as it is. So yes, I use my gloves. I take them off and I set them out to dry and reuse them. I actually clean my paints with my gloves on. So I'm technically cleaning the gloves at the same time. And I wash my hands with the gloves on. Sorry, popping the fingers out. Wash my hands with the gloves on. Get as much of the paint off. Then I wash my hands. I know it's ridiculous. Okay, so I'm going to let the other one sit a little bit longer. Okay, I can see the big bubble at the top. So what I'm making a prediction. My prediction is, because this has has a wider mouth than the tall ones, this is going to come out faster, which means it's going to look quite a bit different. I don't know what's happening. My thought is lift, maybe a half twist, and I'll try and be consistent with it, but not a drag. Oh, suction. Got it. Okay. I'm just going to let it sit. I can see that the air has risen to the top of each one. It's interesting. So the paint dripped out quite a bit more with the round one because it has more surface area. You can really see the green in this one. I'm not going to rinse this yet because there is quite a bit of paint left in these. I'm really surprised that there's so much black in this tall cup. So already I can tell that absolutely, yes, the shape of the cup absolutely affects the result of the pour. I mean, and I haven't moved them. I haven't torched them. I haven't moved them. But what I think is most interesting are my flatties, and how the color has come up so much more. And that this one is so black. Again, those were the same paints. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and torch everything. Try and be consistent across the board. Huh. I'm just so surprised. All right. I'm so surprised this is so black. I had real high hopes for the tall cups. I honestly bought the flat cups thinking they weren't going to do really well for a pour, but my daughter and I like sushi and thought that would be great for some wasabi and soy sauce mixtures. Huh. I'm glad I did this experiment. I'm glad I stood at the Dollar Tree. I'm glad I went to all 5 Dollar Trees in my area. Actually, there are a few more that I didn't make it to. But I was looking for those handy dandy condiment bottles. Oh, I should have moved this more. And I did enjoy the way it applied the paint. I'm just so mesmerized by how little of the green or the yellow you can see in this. There are a few cells of yellow now popping up. Okay. I'm going to hit it with a torch again in just a second. I'm just so... I mean, there are a few cells that are popping up now that there's... But not a lot. Perhaps with some silicone, this cup would look better. I'm just so surprised. I'm gonna let it sit, do its thing. Preferably out of the way. And then I'll come back and, after tipping them all, should do them in order. This one so far is my favorite. I do have to say. I like the textures. Wish I kind of had done 4. But then it wouldn't be the same amount of paint. I just want them to kind of move together. Just go for it. Don't really want to lose all of that green, if I can help it. I need to get a corner catcher, or make one. Although my fingers have done quite well, I do have to say. So then I'm just kind of one-handed tilting. I'm loving this. I'm absolutely in love with this one. The green popped, the yellow popped, the texture. Don't lose the star. The threading. Lost the star. Oh well, not much I can do about it. All right. And just to be consistent, I should hit this one with the gun as well. Oh my gosh, I'm covered in paint. So glad I took the time to put my gloves on. Okay. Hit it with the torch so I'm consistent. Okay. Put that one aside. Now, I love these. These, I mean, look so cool. Anyway, to the sink. I didn't know if I was going to need to get some of that paint out, but and this is the tall boys. Being consistent. I've already torched it once, then flow it, and then hit it with the gun. I just don't know where all the green and the yellow went in these. I mean, it was interesting. I saw them sink to the bottom as I was pouring them in. I guess I just didn't expect them to completely disappear. I don't know what I expected. Although, you know what? With the pour off, I mean, I'm disappointed by a couple of the textures that I'm seeing here, because that's just from me pouring them out of the hit it with the heat gun. Oh, it's about out. So I did get this. At Amazon for $10. Ooh, I love what's happening with a couple of those spots. I'm so surprised. Yes, the shape and size of the cup matters. Okay. So I'm going to pause and get you down, and we'll do a bit of a comparison. Okay, so this is the two tall boys. Same paints mixed in same ratios. Mostly the cells are from the torching and like the bubbles coming up. I assume that's from paint densities differences. So that's tall guy. This is our 3 square guys. Lots more color. Love the threading. There's more cell action. There's more layering. There's more movement. So I think it's because there's the same amount of paint, but it's in kind of a more uniform space. And then this is the one round bowl. So you can see not as much movement. Yes, there's still some bubbles coming up. Very little color action. There are a few cells, but considering I put the same amount of color in each one, same amount of, tried to be as consistent as possible, looks like there's almost no color in this one. So there's definitely a difference between the result of your pours and the shapes of the cups.